Welcome to MathPro by Bloom Academy. Again, this is a follow-up video of the first video we did. We did about what? Distributive law. All right. Remember, what did we do? You remember if we have 5 times 10 plus 6, it says the same as 5 times 10. We bring this sign here plus 5 times 6, right? 5 times 10, we take this number and multiply by the first one, bring the sign here, and then take 5 times 6. That's what we did in the first video. Okay? Now, look at the reverse of this here. So 5 times 10, okay, this is also 5 times 10 plus 5 times 6. We look at it, what is common to this part and that part? What number is common to both? 5, right? So we take the 5 out, bring parenthesis. If we take the 5 out, 10 is left here. We bring the 10, bring our addition sign, bring the 6. We have factored it. Okay? So we've gone back. So if I have 7 times 5 plus 7 times 8, I look at this multiplication and that multiplication and I say, what is common to both multiplications? 7. I take my 7 out. I bring my parenthesis. When I take my 7 out, this side here is left with 5. I bring my addition sign. And then this side here is left with 8. See that? So 7 times 5 plus 7 times 8 is 7, 5 plus 8. Okay, so sometimes it is useful to factor it, make it quicker, right? The previous exercises, it was easier splitting it, and I can easily do 5 times 10 and 5 times 6. Okay, that's distributing forward to make it easier. Okay, so if we have 5 times 16, I say, okay, we're just going to make it easier. Okay, 5, this is easy enough, but 10 plus 6, right? 5 times 10 would be 50 plus 30, 80. Now, sometimes we need to factor it out. So what about these ones? So look at it. 9 times 13 plus 17 times 9. So you look at both multiplications. What is common to both? What is common? What number is common to both? 9 is common to both. If I take 9 out, the first multiplication is what? 9 times 13. I have 13 left. I bring this sign, which is plus. And then what is left here? 17. You see that? And then what is 13 plus 17? 30. So it's 9 times 30. Okay, 9 times 30, which is what? 9 times 3 times 10. This is 270. 9 times 3 is 27 times 10 is 270. So you see how sometimes we factor it, it makes it easier. So what is 15 times 13 plus 7 times 15? Look at both multiplication. What is common? Pull out what is rest, put it together. Okay? And then let's try this one here. What are you going to do? Multiplication, another multiplication, and there is subtraction. What number is common to both? 31. I pull it out. When I take my 31 out, what is left here? It's 13. I bring this sign here because whatever it is plus or minus. This one is minus. I bring minus. What number is left here? 3. So this whole thing is the same as 31 times 10. Goes to 310. You see that? How sometimes when you factor it, the whole bulky thing becomes so easy. Okay, so use the same rule here. Okay, take the common number out, use parentheses, write whatever is left in there, do the following exercises. Okay, let's go to another one here. If I have a number squared, a times a is the same as a squared is a times a. So 2 squared is 2 times 2. 1.5 squared is 1.5 times 1.5. So a number squared means multiply the number by itself. So now I give you this. What is 2.5 squared plus 0.5 times 2.5? Okay, I rewrite this. This 2.5 squared is the same as 2.5 times 2.5, right? So that's the first part plus 0.5 times 2.5. You see that? It's the same thing. This first part here, I just rewrote it. This thing is still the same thing. Do you see it? Okay, so now that I've written it out, then I look at this one and I say, what is common to both multiplication? There's a multiplication here. What number is common to both? I see it's 2.5. I take it out. If I take this 2.5 out, okay, I have one 2.5 left, plus if I take this 2.5 out, I have 0.5 left. See that? So first I split out the square. 2, I look at what is common to both, is 2.5. When I take this out, I have one of the 2.5 left, plus when I take this out, I have 0.5 left. What is this equal to? It's 2.5 times, what is 2.5 plus 0.5? That is 3. So this whole thing becomes 2.5 times 3. What is 2.5 times 3? Okay, so how do you multiply decimals by whole numbers? Disregard the decimal place, multiply 3 times 25, which is 75. And then bring your decimal point back, one decimal place. So this whole thing is 7.5. Okay, got it? All right, review what I just did. Review it, okay? Review it, and then go forward to see if, okay? So what are you going to do over here? What are you going to do over here? So it's 1.3 times 3.7, right? And then plus, how do you write 3.7 squared? It's 3.7 times itself, 3.7. Okay, now what do you have? You have this multiplication and that multiplication. What is common to both? What is common to both? It is what? The 3.7. When I take 3.7 out, this part here, I'm left with 1.3. I bring my addition sign. And then what? Here, when I take 3.7 out, I'm left with what? 3.7. One left. So what is 1.3 plus 3.7? This whole thing reduces to 3.7 times 5. See that? How do I multiply 3.7 by 5? It's 37 times 5. 5, remember 3. Okay, 37 points, 185. Then I bring my one decimal place back. 18.5. This whole mess is 18.5. So factoring makes it easier. Okay, now, so use what I've just taught you to do the rest of the exercises. All right, find what is common. Okay, take it out, factor it. Okay, check out your answers. Practice makes perfect. Apply yourself very well, and all things being equal, you shall what? You shall bloom. Welcome to Bloom Academy.